So apparently my parents talk about a lot of heavy stuff on their podcast. Listen at your own discretion. Like, comment, subscribe, and share or whatever. Anyways, welcome to Sobriety.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. I'm Ryan. This is Jess. We are sober as fuck. Before we get to today's show/topic, I want to remind everybody, make sure you go to safpodcast.com. That's safpodcast.com. You can find both of our podcasts, our Sober as Fuck podcast, as well as my gambling addiction podcast, The Last Bet. Also, don't forget on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, we do have our Bet on Recovery meeting. Also on the website, we have merch, resources, blogs, all kinds of cool shit, right?
Yeah, good job.
How was that? I think I covered everything for the first time
I
ever.
space out when you say it now. I'm not even going to lie. I've heard it so many times. I'm just like, I pretty much have
I think the audience has too. They probably skip through it.
I have a little checklist in my head. So I'm like, website,
yeah,
podcast.
Mm-hmm. Check. Because usually you chime in and say, oh, you forgot this or you forgot that.
But I mean, it's like muscle memory at this point.
There's one thing I did forget. We have opened up some dates in the winter for someone to join us on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do want to be a guest on the podcast, again, go to the website, fill out the information, send us an email, and then we'll figure it out from there.
You can see how stupid we are in real life.
That's right. Behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Get to see what the idiot behind the microphone.
You get to see me peeling my lip stain off and Ryan adjusting his junk. It's really good stuff,
it's
y'all.
Awesome.
It's really, really good stuff.
Why we don't film that shit blows my mind.
I don't know.
So the first thing I want to do before we get like to today's little topic. So I don't promote anything, right? Other than us. Well, I'm just saying like other than the show. Like I don't promote products or anything like that.
I don't promote anything other than my website and my meeting and both my podcasts.
I'm talking about another product, like a product that like I'm not associated with whatsoever. Okay.
Okay.
So if you've heard the podcast, you know how much I value my sleep. Or if you've been in a meeting with me, I always talk about how much I value sleep, right?
Yeah.
So I've had this like game changer over the past month, especially when I'm out of town because there seems to be like, there's light under the doors. I don't feel like putting a towel there and stuff like that. Even at home, seems to light comes on in the morning, drives me nuts. Or in the middle of the night.
You're just a light sleeper.
I'm a very light sleeper. So there's this company called Manta. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You can find this on Amazon. They have their own website and it's like a blackout mask. Check this shit out. You can't see shit.
If you hit me in the face, I'm going to punch you in the balls.
But you can't see anything. It's phenomenal. It blacks everything. They actually have one that's called a Pro, which I'm about to order because this one has it's like 95%. This is the shit. I mean, this thing puts me out in about 2-3 minutes probably. Mm-hmm. It's amazing, especially to travel with.
I could never do it because
you better put this in the Amazon store.
I have so many like sensory things that like I would not be able to stand having something around my head.
That's what I'm telling you. You can't. Okay. You can't. It's so soft.
You can't feel it.
Feel it. And like you said, I am a very light sleeper. This thing is the shit. So if you want like a better night's sleep, I swear to God, check it out on our Amazon store. This thing is absolutely phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Infomercial is over. I'm just saying I love this damn thing. That's incredible.
Do you know what I use to fall asleep?
What?
I read.
That is true. But I wouldn't know because I'm already asleep while you're reading because of my Manta mask. M-A-N-T-A, Manta.
Good job.
I had to say, I love that thing. It's amazing. Mm-hmm. Ready to buy a new one, the Pro model. And they have one that has headphones built into it too. Like Bluetooth in your ears.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They also have these things called AirPods that go in your ears and you can listen to music and then you just take them out when you fall asleep.
How are you going to take them out? If you're falling asleep, how are you going to take them out?
Because eventually
if you fall over asleep on your pillow, it's going to jam up in your ear and it's going to wake you up. What would you want to do that for?
I'm glad it works for you.
I love it. It's phenomenal.
I am.
Go get one. You need it.
Mhm.
Yep.
You look really funny when you sleep because you also have a mouth guard. And so it's quite the scene.
It's only quite the scene when I talk.
It is. No, it's quite the scene even when you're asleep because you sleep with your mouth a little bit open as most people do. And it's like, and
I wouldn't know. I'm asleep.
you're never really asleep because I'll be reading or something and you'll always like peek. It's like you're just like checking to make sure things are, I don't know. I don't know what you're checking for. And you'll be like, are you going to turn that thing off? I'm trying to sleep. And I'm like, shut the hell up with your mouth guard, your mask.
Funny thing was, I just got this mouth guard, 3 weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
The first night I had it, I dreamt about playing hockey the whole
you
time.
told me
It
that.
was so realistic because I thought I had a mouthpiece in the whole
Mhm.
night. It was the coolest thing in the world. I mean, I felt like I was like right there, jumping over the boards, on the ice, felt the hits, the fights, the goal, everything. It was phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
It was a really cool night. I wish
The
I'd
other
go back
night,
and relive that.
Lily busted in our room at like 11 o'clock and you were already masked and guarded up and, you know, you're talking to her and you're like, get the hell out. Why are you in here? You know, I'm trying to sleep. And she kept coming up to you and like putting her hand like right, like a half an inch from your face. And then she would sit there and she did the whole like trying to like punch without touching you.
Yeah.
And she just entertained herself for like 15 minutes. She thought it was the best thing ever.
I wouldn't know. I have my manta mask on.
Mhm.
I can't see anything.
Nice.
There you go. Sleep and sobriety kind of go hand in hand.
Mm-hmm. It could also be good if you want to blindfold someone.
Yeah, that's true too. Especially like the books you read. They'd probably work out for that.
There's not a lot of blindfolding. I think that they want their counterparts to see and be aware of what's going on, if you know what I mean.
Okay. ... Yeah, gotcha.
Hmm.
But anyway, I wouldn't probably be using that had I not been sober because my sleep is absolutely phenomenal since sobriety. The way, I track my heart rate and all that kind of shit, it is just, it's off the charts. It's so fucking good. Even when I get just like 6 hours of sleep, it's phenomenal compared to what it used to be.
Right. Yeah. Because you're getting better quality sleep.
Yes, 100%. And deep sleep, like over an hour a night.
Yeah.
That's right.
Night.
Night.
What else you got?
I wanted to talk. So we did a couple. I swear I'm going to get it together.
Did it.
What was that word that I couldn't get right on the last one we talked about? Holy shit. While you're thinking about that, one of the things I wanted to talk about was, and I had all this shit written down, was about drinking becoming uncool and the shift that we are seeing. Obviously my feed is full of sobriety stuff, right? I mean, why wouldn't it? Because that's all I look at. But the articles that have come out in like Wall Street Journal, New York Post, things like that about it's more the younger generation obviously is getting healthier. And there's more out there about the causes of cancer with alcohol, brain stuff.
Yeah, the neuroscience.
Neuroscience behind it is just absolutely crazy. But the younger generation only getting healthier, but they're more about community, getting together, and drinking just doesn't fall into that anymore.
See, I think it's the opposite. I think rather than it's about community and and this is strictly talking about for like teens, because with social media and like TikTok and all that stuff, they don't get together. Like drinking is a communal sport. It is. It always starts. So like you go to parties, you have keg parties, you know what I mean? You're like hanging out and you're drinking and you want to like fit in. Now everybody has a phone, everybody has a camera, everybody has social media. So there's not very much socialization, especially once you graduate school, right? And B, everything you do is videoed or pictured. So I think that there's not as much of that personal interaction. There's not as much of the community aspect of things. And so even though that is not a good thing, there's always something positive that comes out of situations, is there's not the drinking. Lily was talking to me about this the other day, actually, and she was like, she's like, there's very few people who, like, friends who I really want to like hang with outside of school. She's like, I have lots of friends and I love them. Like, it's nothing wrong with them. It's just the things that I like to do and how I like to spend my time is different than a lot of my friends. She's like, because she's in high school, there are parties, there's drinking. Like, I'm not stupid, right? She's like, I don't want to go to somebody's party and like drink and like smoke cigarettes or smoke weed.
Mm-hmm.
And she even told me, she's like, Mom, I'm not just saying that to be like, oh yeah, I don't do those things. She's like, that I have zero interest in that. Like, it's just not fun. And she even said, she was like, maybe one day that might change. She's like, but right now I don't. I would rather just like go to a movie or just like hang out at a friend's house or my house or just walk around the mall. And some of that is that we talk so openly about things that it's not as taboo for her,
Right.
because I think she knows that even if she were to drink or smoke weed and we found out, it wouldn't be this huge, like, you are punished, you're Rapunzel in a tower, it would be like okay, it's normal to experiment. And it's normal to have the high school experience, but I need to know what context this was in. How, like, were you peer pressured? It would have a lot of follow-up questions about safety, right? So for her, it's just not like for a lot of kids, it's like ooh.
I think for her generation, you're right. But what I'm talking about is like people like Carson's age, right? So mid-20s,
over 25.
Yes, I think that's what the article was really focused on, was that generation, because they are still meeting up, and yes, they're still going to bars. But if you've noticed, especially over the past 2-3 years, that mocktail list has gotten huge.
Mm-hmm.
That NA list has gotten huge, and more people are choosing that for a few reasons. Number one, if you haven't gotten a DUI in the past 10 years, and trying to hire a lawyer, the thousands upon thousands of dollars that would charge, people are pretty fucking conscious about that.
Mm-hmm.
And they're a lot more conscious about their money. Then they're not as free flowing with it.
And I'm going to say this: sobriety is trending, and people hop on trends.
Trend, yes.
So
yes.
It's also like, as more celebrities and musicians and athletes and all these people come out and they're like, I've been sober for 10 years or whatever. It's a trend. And people hop on that because I remember, and like the movie, like Superbad, you know what I mean? Like that was like real, like high school. For me, it was more college, like life. Like I remember going to like keg parties and people just like puking and everything. And it was all this big joke.
Wow, the good old days.
The good old days. Liquor kegs.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody go to a party with a liquor keg? I did. Don't remember, but I went there and drank. It's not like trending or cool to be the drunk kid at the party anymore. You know what I mean?
I mean, every once in a while, it's, I think, you got somebody that's a goof, right? And it can be funny, but when you're continually that
but you
person,
don't want it to
you got
be
a fucking problem. And it's a problem. You don't want it to be you, because obviously that person has a problem. And again, with social media and all the information out there, I think people are understanding a lot earlier on in life that they do have a problem.
And wellness.
They're noticing a lot quicker. Yes.
Wellness is really on trend right now.
Yep.
And all of that is great. The only thing that I hate about the whole wellness movement is the word detox.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing a cleanse. I'm doing a detox. You have a fucking liver. Okay. You're good. You don't have to do any of that stuff. Supplements, all that can get very, very tricky. So I do think people are becoming more aware of their body and how they feel, and this like thrive to live forever and all of that. And that's amazing. What I worry about is, when you give an unhealthy behavior up and it's not there, another one spikes. So it's constant cyclical. So it is amazing that alcohol is not on trend. Okay. and I'll speak directly from my perspective as someone who struggles with mental health. Because, I could start drinking again tomorrow and nothing bad would happen because I don't really even like alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
It's very on trend to be mentally ill, and that drives me crazy. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's ADHD, everyone's OCD, everyone noticed a big difference that they felt better when they stopped drinking. And again, like, I think that more people being diagnosed and heard and listened to and understood and taught in therapy, that's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
What I don't like is it's like now to have any sort of acronym, it's like, oh, I'm so quirky. Oh my God. It's like, I'm so ADHD. And that's the part I don't like. It goes along with the wellness and the supplements and the holistic thing. Too much of anything is bad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what it is, it's bad. So what I'm hoping is with more access to information, and that's another thing too. I mean, we have way more access to information, that there is more awareness, because I hate the idea that we are trading alcohol for this societal, quirky, mentally ill, like appearance on the outside. So that's something I would caution people. Like, you don't have to have any diagnosis at all just because you had a problem with alcohol. It doesn't mean that you are depressed. I mean, a lot of times it does, but I feel like it's almost people feeling like they have to wear a badge.
Yeah, you don't have.
No, but I'm saying you have to wear a badge.
Yes.
Like, oh, I drank because of,
Right.
and that's fine. It is. The majority of people do drink because of.
Right.
But I also see people like really hopping on it. And so I always encourage people like, please go to a doctor, please go to therapy, please go to, a psychologist, like really figure out, because if you're just like assuming that, oh my gosh, I like am depressed or I have ADHD or OCD and this, that, or another, then you're just going to start drinking again. You're just going to start using again because you still don't understand the way that
you got to put the work in, and you've got to, like myself, I didn't just really think of what was causing my over drinking till I started therapy.
Mm-hmm.
And, you have all these assumptions, right? And when you hear somebody else say it, oh, I've got that, or that's me. Yeah. But is it? Because until you actually talk to somebody who's licensed in this field to do this and say, yes, you are, that's what you need.
Yeah. Because like, you can resonate with someone and be like, oh my God, they're speaking my language. But that is not a diagnosis.
Yeah,
that is not therapy. Like, we all have OCD tendencies and ADHD like we all have a sprinkle of like,
I think we do. I really
of neurodivergence, right?
Yeah.
But I guess what I'm saying is it's really, really important that you get the help that you need. We have this podcast and we use a lot of words like trauma and mental illness and neurodivergence and alcoholic and addict and all of those things. And those are very, very, very real things. But you have to figure out your why, your brain, and not just listen to other people and go, oh, that's there it is. Because you'll be shocked. I mean, I started thinking I just have horrible anxiety and I have some childhood trauma and it's caused this anxiety. And it took me forever. I mean, when I was diagnosed with OCD and ADHD, I literally laughed. I was like, I am not hyperactive. I don't have to like flip the light switch on and off and have everything perfect. Right. And, my provider was like,
that's not what it is.
You know nothing. You know nothing.
That's right. Just what you've heard and seen.
And ultimately, she came to the conclusion that my ADHD was the primary issue, for lack of a better word. And my ADHD and my OCD, which are, horrible bed buddies, was what was causing and fueling and exacerbating my anxiety. And I was like, you think the anxiety is like at the bottom of the list? And she was like, yes, I think if we get these things
under
handled,
control, it'll
then
take care
this
of
will
this.
kind of naturally.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know. I'm looking at her like she didn't go to school forever. I'm like, I don't know. I think I know my brain better than you do. And she's like, I don't think you do.
Mm-hmm.
So the importance with all of this, right, is making sure that the information you're getting is accurate. I love that alcohol is not trending anymore. I love it. But if you're giving up alcohol because you're self-diagnosing or you're making assumptions, that's a slippery slope. And a lot of times it can end worse than it started. So therapy, find providers who you resonate with, surround yourself with people who have the same goals and behaviors, stuff like that.
Or just do it because
is
you want to
really
be healthy.
important. Right. Yeah. I'm just
Kind of
saying.
like quitting cigarettes. You know what I mean?
Too much of
it's kind the
anything
thing.
is not good.
Yes, 100%.
I'm going to say this. Your life needs to be moderation. Not drinking, not using, but like
everything.
You need to
in
moderate
moderation.
life.
That's right.
Not substance, life.
And that's hard to do.
Oh, it's
Fuck,
impossible. Are you kidding? I've been sitting here talking for 20 minutes. I need to moderate my words. Like,
it just seems like there's always something that's just, there's too much, and you feel like you can't moderate it. And it's fucking hard. It really is.
And then that's where alcohol comes in, because alcohol I would say it just turns the volume down a little. The problem is when you wake up the next day, the volume is like
turned up a million.
A million times more than it ever was to begin with. It's just, it's a trick.
It's like you do something to unwind for 10 minutes, but you spend 10 days paying for it. It's just,
and I think ridiculous. That's it too. Like, I think people are like, oh, like, I feel like shit. I think some of it is as simple as a lot of people are like waking up the next day feeling like death. And they're like, why do I do this?
Yeah.
I also read somewhere that, and I'm going to try to explain this, but like, for the first time in history, more women are getting pregnant in their 40s than in their teens.
Yeah.
And I thought that was fucking cool. So I think some of it too is people are more ambitious. Like you are more goal driven. Like you don't want to go and get hammered or get high when you have shit to do the next day. So I'd like to think that a lot of it too is people are like, I got shit to do.
Or they're wanting to do other things, whether it be, travel, or there seems like there's something else. And again, a lot of that has to do with social media. You see what other people do and you kind of want to mimic. You want to do what they're doing.
I'm going to make it a trend to not use the words cleanse and detox.
There you go.
When it comes to wellness.
Yeah.
I love it. There's this doctor, his name is Dr. Mike, and I follow him on TikTok, and I love him to pieces because like he actually breaks things down like in scientific terms, but speaks very normally. And he'll look at these wellness things and he's like, listen, I have no problem with people wanting to do cleanses or detox or taking supplements. If it makes you feel good, even if it's just a placebo effect, awesome. There's significant research that shows that the placebo effect sometimes just as helpful as anything else. He's like, but do not claim that this was like life-changing, that like you did this and your illnesses were magically cured. Just say, it really helped me. It made me feel great. I don't know if it'll make you feel good, but I'm sharing my experience.
Yeah, but it helped me.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, I take supplements every day.
Right. But you don't like get online and you're like, this will change your life in 90 days.
Well, I did that with sleep mask.
But that's not a medication.
I know. I'm just
oh my God.
I take that. What is it? Ashwagandha. Ashwagandha. I take that at night too to help sleep.
I mean, that's great.
I'm just saying, I take, and some of it may not do shit for me. And I'll probably never know because I've told my doctor, I gave him the laundry list of shit I take. And he's like, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, if you want it, it's not hurting you. Is it helping you? Maybe. Who knows?
If you think it's helping you.
If you think it's helping you and it works, fucking do it.
I guarantee you, if we threw a keg party at this house and put all NA beer in a keg and didn't tell anybody,
love to do that. Oh,
tell anybody, we would get so many people. He'd
Yeah.
be like, "Oh my God, I'm so
What the
drunk."
hell is this?
Because we say this, your brain is the most
Yes.
powerful thing.
Yes.
So if your brain thinks it's real, it's real. Like schizophrenics are not like crazy. They literally see and hear things. Like it's
absolutely.
very real,
Yes,
you know?
It's extremely real.
But yeah, like a placebo effect is great. I wish I had the issue of taking too many unnecessary supplements. Unfortunately, all of mine are
Prescribed and medicated.
And the supplements I take were literally like, they're like, you have to take this
Yes.
because your vitamin D is so low.
Yes.
Or, you know, like probiotics. They're like, yeah, your gut sucks. You need to take this.
You need to take this.
I'm like,
You have
one.
to take this supplement.
I know, guys. I mean, I feel like every time, and none of it's anything like too exciting, but I'm like, none of mine is by choice. Okay.
Right.
It is all like required. Lily's like, how
Yes.
many pills do you take? I'm like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. It takes a lot to keep this thing in homeostasis. Okay.
That's right.
But I feel great.
Yeah. That's what's important. I feel great too. And I sleep, like a baby.
And my anxiety is way less.
It's a good thing.
And I've realized my OCD and ADHD.
Sounds like we've given up one thing for everything. Huh?
Yeah. Like and
who would have thought that?
And who would have thought that like a person with a fancy degree who specializes in these kind of things were right?
That's right. Who would have thought?
Like 5 years later, I will 100% confidently tell you my ADHD and my OCD are the worst. They are primary. And you see that firsthand.
Yes, I do.
The anxiety is definitely at the bottom of the list.
Yes, 100%. Used to think it was at the top, but now it's way down on the bottom.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because
100%.
I had all those preconceived notions too. And I was drinking.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to discount
of everything else.
That's what I'm going to say. I'm not going to discount the fact that like I was also drinking. Even when I first started taking medication and all that stuff, I was still drinking. So, you know, don't let your friends drink.
That's right. Friends don't let friends drink.
On ADHD medication.
There you go. Yeah, that's the worst.
I did it. I used to do it all the time. Are you kidding? And then I'd be like, why is my anxiety so bad?
That's
I thought it was supposed to help.
So high. Well, anyway, that's all I've got for today.
I love it. I love that alcohol is not trending. I love that drugs
too.
aren't trending. It's definitely still a huge, huge, huge problem. I don't want to minimize it, but
it's a major problem, and it's going to be as long as it's always in your face, and it is. These major companies just have, they have so much fucking
non-alcoholic drinks are always in your face now too.
They are,
and I like
it's
that.
starting to trend that way a whole hell of a lot. A lot of it has just started like on social media, like with us and Athletic, stuff we do for them. And it's gotten huge. I mean, it's like, it's funny. You go in literally every grocery store I go into now, we always go down that aisle. We always look to see what's there. And everybody has Athletic, Heineken Zero, Guinness. It's all there. I love it. It's great to see.
Me too. And I think that it's just nice to give people options.
Yes. Yep.
I think that for so long there wasn't an option. So I'm really hopeful, and I really hope that this ends up becoming something like cigarettes, where it's always going to be readily available,
and nobody's going to say anything to you if you're drinking it. I think that's something that has started to go away too. Is everybody's like, well, why aren't you drinking?
Yeah, and
like,
here's the thing.
Why aren't we smoking crack in the fucking bathroom?
I don't get as many weird looks anymore. Like I can't remember the last time it was like.
But it's funny now. I feel like people will ask because they're curious about it. Hey, what is that? Or hey, I saw you order that.
You drink a lot more NA drinks than I do. Again, this goes back to I never really enjoyed alcohol, so I don't. Yeah. I like a good IPA, an NA IPA.
Yep.
But I don't drink as many as you do. So yeah, you do get a lot of like.
I get a lot of people ask, and I tell them, we got a sober pod, and everybody's like, oh, that's great. I never get the. Why? What are you doing that for? I don't think I've ever gotten that in 3 years of sobriety. I don't think I've heard that one time.
And we honestly don't surround ourselves in situations that like even if we go to
we're not out late at night at a bar.
Well, like even if we go to like a football game or something, right? Yep. We'll go, but as soon as we notice the crowd starting to get a little little, hyped.
Even then, it's not bad. We just sit and drink water the whole fucking time.
No, I'm saying, but we do. We'll be like, unless it's just a game that you cannot take your eyes off of.
Oh, yeah, like if it's a blowout or something, like, yeah, it's time to go.
Yeah, we'll be like, I don't really want to watch people get in a fight. That's just not fun anymore.
No, it's not.
And I love that.
Yes.
I'm like, hell yeah. In bed by 9. Let's go.
That's right. Beat the crowd out.
I want to finish my book anyways. Leave me alone.
Absolutely. Well,
speaking of which, I have 200 pages left in my book and I have to finish it. So
yes, I better get out of here. Oh my God.
I need to go lock myself in the room. It's driving me crazy. I've been trying to read it for weeks and we've been so busy that I have not been able to. It's driving me crazy.
Yeah, it's been nuts.
Yeah.
But a good nuts. It's been a lot of fun.
You want to get nuts?
You want to get nuts?
Let's get nuts. Name that movie. Don't say it. I want y'all to name that movie. You tell movie.
Us. That's too easy for me. Anyway.
Not for everybody.
Anyway, so that's all I've got.
Okay.
Let's wrap this episode up. Don't forget, if you want to be a guest on the podcast, please make sure you go to the website. Also, check out my new podcast, The Last Bet. It's available on all platforms. Also, go to the website to check it out as well. And our Wednesday night gambling addiction meetings, community meetings at 8 p.m. Eastern time. You can click on the link on the website to get the Zoom link.
You can see Ryan all over the place.
I'm all over the place.
Nah, I'm not available. This is the only time you get me. You better enjoy it.
That's right. We'll see you guys soon. See you next time. If you love the podcast, which I know you do, please like, subscribe,
and hit that notification bell to
Boom.
Get notified every time we post.
That's right. Dropping them, baby. Word.